energy from our fan base. Like, I've been in a lot of competitive arenas as a player and as a coach. There was nothing better that I've ever been in than what happened on Saturday night.
Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Let's jump into the transfer portal. Sounds like Tennessee is going to circle back on Sam Houston State running back Ramon Jefferson. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. As always, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. Helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. And I want to do this real quick. Usually do this at the end of the video, but I want to get into it now. We got brand new merchandise, bonfire.com/store/talkinvols. You can see the elite shirts and the state pride, but check out these new shirts. You guys asked for them. We talked about it on an NCAA stream. We got them together, different colors, different schemes. You got the Beat Bama, and then you can go down here. We've also added Beat Florida and Beat Georgia. Different designs, t-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, all that good stuff. Go check them out. If you guys like these, if you dig them, we'll look at adding some other teams. But for now, I figured we would go with the big three. Now let's jump into it. Let's talk about Sam Houston State running back Ramon Jefferson. Let's go ahead and share up this article. This came out when he entered the portal back in January. Let's take a look at it here. Over at 24/7 Sports, Sam Houston State running back Ramon Jefferson enters NCAA transfer portal. Now, it sounds like Tennessee, obviously, you know, the discussion we've been having over the last couple of weeks really is about defense, defense, defense. We need a guy on the edge. We need linebackers. We need guys in the secondary. But as I said in the video yesterday, it really seems like there's nobody out there that Tennessee is interested in or pursuing at this point. We'll see if that changes. So as of now, they just look to keep adding more weapons on offense. The recent commitment from Brew McCoy, and then now it looks like they are circling back to Ramon Jefferson. The article here says one of the most productive backs in the FCS is looking for a new school. Sam Houston State's Ramon Jefferson entered the NCAA transfer portal. Again, this article came out back in January. Since the time of the release of the article, he did commit to Colorado. However, his recruitment is still wide open. It sounds like Tennessee is having communications. They've got the kid from UCF coming in for a visit this weekend. We'll see if they pursue Ramon Jefferson or try to get him on campus for a visit. The article goes on to say here, Jefferson totaled 1,155 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns for the Bearcats this past season. Those numbers ranked 5th and 12th in the FCS, respectively. I said he could be an appealing option in the portal for any team looking for a proven talent in the backfield. And when you look at Tennessee's running backs, when you look at their backs, it is very clear, it is very evident that Josh Heupel and this coaching staff is not satisfied with the running back room. They're not. Every kid that entered the portal back at the end of the season, and now every kid that enters the portal after spring practice that's a running back, Tennessee is evaluating. You see the follows on Twitter. You see the activity. You got Jabari Small coming back, who I absolutely love. I love Jabari Small. The dude puts in the work. You know, that was a big storyline all last spring, is just how hard he went to work. He put in the work. But can he stay healthy? Can he stay healthy for a full season? Outside of that, the running back room is just unproven. You've got Jalen Wright, who, again, small, shifty back. I like Jalen Wright. Laneith Whitehead, a lot of people like him. A lot of people think he's solid running back option. I don't know that this staff feels he's good enough to get it done. I don't. And then besides that, you've got Justin Williams, the true freshman, who, you know, it's difficult for a true freshman to come in and make an impact. But it just seems to me, based on the guys that Tennessee's kind of looked at in the portal, they are not satisfied with this running back room. The article goes on to say here, Jefferson, a native of New York, began his college career at the University of Maine before spending a season at Garden City Community College. After that, he transferred to Sam Houston State. In his first year with the Bearcats, Jefferson racked up 752 yards and 7 touchdowns. Now, what it doesn't mention there is his time at Maine. The reason he ended up transferring out is domestic violence. This is from June 2019. In an article I looked up, says in a press release on Friday, the University of Maine football program announced that Ramon Jefferson has been granted a release from the school and is free to transfer. This comes after Jefferson was arrested on a domestic violence charge. Now, again, that was 2019. After that, he transfers out from Maine, ends up at Garden City, had close to 1,000 yards there, then transfers to Sam Houston State. 752 yards his first year, followed that up with almost 1,100 yards this past season. So he's a guy with experience. He's a guy that's kind of been through the ringer. We talk about Brew McCoy and the things that he faced off the field, and we talk about second chances and not giving up on these kids. You know, Ramon Jefferson has come a long way since that summer of 2019. I don't know what the details of that were, but again, that's in the past. I think you have to give kids a second opportunity. He does have 1 year of eligibility left. When you look at the highlights on this kid, I looked him up on Twitter. It's at Jefferson, the number 1 Ramon. He's got a tweet out where it shows his highlights. He's shifty. But what I really like is he's physical. And he's not really that much bigger than the running backs that we have on the roster. He's 5'10", 215 pounds, but he runs physical. He runs through tackles. He makes a lot of guys miss. He breaks a lot of arm tackles. I think he could be a nice addition to this running back room. But I don't know that he can come in and beat out Jabari Small. Is that something that he wants? Does he want to guarantee to be the guy wherever he ends up? If he goes to Colorado, I think he would be their starting running back. I don't know that that's the case here at Tennessee. But again, Vols looking to add more help in that running back room to go along with Jabari Small, Jalen Wright. I think this guy would be a nice punch. Not to compare him to Tylen Evans, not to say he's going to come in and be a Tylen Evans, but he runs physical like Tylen Evans. And I think he would be a nice 1-2 punch with Jabari Small. You know, that's something that we didn't really get a lot of last year. Going into that season, you know, we talked about that, you know, Small and Evans kind of being able to rotate through, but it seems like one or the other was constantly banged up, couldn't keep them healthy. And again, that's why when you look at the running back room, Tennessee, I truly believe they really need to add a running back, and that is for depth, for health. I really don't want Tennessee. Look at last year. I mean, they had Pierce out there. They had walk-ons in at running back. You got to have more depth. You got to have more depth in that running back room. But it does sound like Tennessee, again, circling back, having conversations. We'll see if that leads to a visit. We'll see if any other activity picks up in the transfer portal. Maybe somebody on the defensive line. I'm just not seeing a whole lot of names floating around out there. But hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Ramon Jefferson. Go check out his highlights after this video and then come back and let me know what you think as well. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. And go check out the merchandise. Again, the link bonfire.com/store/talkinvols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. I will drop that link in the description below. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
That's all.